I went my whole life never knowing about this tree right here, and I do not understand why more people don't grow it, because it is absolutely amazing for so many reasons. I've seen them all over the neighborhoods growing up, and I didn't even realize that the fruit was edible. So today I'm going to share with you very, very quickly about all the reasons why you might want to be growing this loquat tree. And stay tuned, because at the end I'm doing a very special giveaway with an amazing partner, somebody who I absolutely love their fruit trees. So number one is all about the flavor. This is a loquat fruit. Now this one is a little bit different. They have different varieties. I mean, check out how much juice is coming out of that. It's actually known for its juices. You can eat the outside as well as the end. There is a pit on the inside. See the pit? Oh my gosh, they're so good, and they have so unique of a flavor profile. It reminds me so much of citrus. And we live in a state now where citrus is difficult to grow because of citrus greening disease. So having a very tropical citrus flavored fruit is amazing. So what does it taste like? Kind of like a lemon and an orange with a mango, with a papaya texture. It's so good. And the end flavors are like mandarin. It has like that aftertaste of a mandarin. It is so good, guys. And they grow so easy. Another really cool thing about this kind of tree is that it's evergreen and that it will grow leaves even through really, really cold winters. Its actual planting zone is anywhere from like 7B all the way down to the very tippy top or tippy bottom of Florida into 11. In winter, we had a crazy, crazy winter event, the worst in 50 years, if not since the creation of weather monitoring here in Florida. We hit temperatures so low and so long, and this guy never lost his leaves. He never lost his leaves. He never actually experienced any damage aside for some of the buds. Because this guy flowers and fruits in like December for me, it would be different depending on where you live, but because it fruits that time of year, it did have some damage to the buds, especially the flower buds at the very top, and it did have some damage to the fruit. I have some damage right here and right here, but a lot of the fruit, especially on the interior side or the tucked in side of the tree where it didn't have as much wind, did absolutely fine. And we hit 17 degrees down here with like 20 to 30 mile per hour winds. We jokingly called it our Florida Floricane, meaning like it was our winter hurricane. It was really, really wild temperatures, and to see this guy didn't even miss a beat and now has fruit on it after that experience, it is definitely a durable tree. Another cool factor about this one, this is a Yahada. I'll put it down here, the variety name, because I don't know how to pronounce that. It is self-fertile. Some of them are self-pollinating or self-fertile, and others do require a pollinator. All of them benefit from having a pollinator tree nearby because it will produce more fruit. The good news is, if you live in a place like down here in Florida, they use these trees as ornamentals. I'm not sure if they do in the other southern states like the Georgias, Louisiana. I would suspect that they do. I've seen them in a lot of places. But they use them as an ornamental tree because they like the way they grow. Now, I keep mine growing kind of vertical, but a lot of the times they bush out into like this really cute shape, and people like that in their gardens. And if you live in an HOA and they don't want you to grow like fruit trees, you can sometimes get away with this tree because they see it as an ornamental tree, but it's an ornamental tree whose fruit we get to eat. But because they're self-fertile, that means that you don't necessarily need to. So if there aren't any trees in your neighborhood, it's okay. It's still going to set fruit. Maybe not to the higher amount that you would if you had a fruit nearby or a fruit tree nearby. If you've been considering growing fruit trees in your garden here in Florida, or maybe you have a couple fruit trees and you've struggled with them, I am so excited to announce my brand new book, The Florida Fruit Garden. I put a lot of effort into this book. I have it down in the link below will be a link to my Shopify page where you can find this along with my vegetable book. It tells you everything you wanted to know. They have different chapters about, you know, the foundation of how to deal with the soil, how to deal with fertilizers, pest management, disease management for your trees, how often to water, all those things. Then it goes into, you know, the best fruit trees by goal. Do you want it to be fast producing? Do you want a kid's garden? Do you want heavy yields? Each chapter has a different goal in mind. Then there's a chapter all about the fruit indexes. It's basically an index card for every fruit that you can grow down here with fast facts letting you know if this is the right tree for your area based on its characteristics. And then the last chapter is all about scheduling and growing for the future. It's probably my favorite part of the book, but I know this is packed full with information. I know you guys are going to love it. You've been asking for it for a while, and I'm so happy that I'm able to offer it now. You can find it on my website at homegrownfloridagarden.com, or I'll put the link down below. Make sure to grab a copy because this is the perfect time to be starting fruit trees here in Florida. Now, when it comes to supporting wildlife and creating like an eco-diverse system in your garden, this tree is really, really good. It has very little problems with disease or pest. I mean, it does get pests and it does get some stuff, but it just never really bothers the tree. So you don't really have to treat it. The other thing that I really love about it is we do have some native bees down here in Florida that do not like hibernate or go away because we have warm enough winters. And this tree is usually the first one to flower in the season when nothing else is flowering or when lots of things are dead. This tree is flowering and it gives those bees what they need in terms of pollen. It's actually usually one of the trees that I get the best pollination rates because it's literally the only one flowering. So they are always like stacked on this tree, and it's giving the bees what they need, and it's keeping the bees in my garden longer. Now, speaking of other unique benefits, this tree, the leaves of this tree is often used in herbal medicines, particularly herbal teas, to help with things like sore throats or coughs. You know, when you get that itchy sore throat and you can't swallow, I mean, I'm not talking strep throat, but when you're going through a cold, you can take the fresh leaves and you can boil them in some water to release some of the medicinal qualities. And a lot of people have been using this tree for ages as a medicinal tree. Another thing that's really cool is the fruit. A serving of this fruit is about 3 or 4 loquats, and it's only about 45 calories. And in those 45 calories, it gives you 30% of your daily nutritional needs for vitamin A. That is wild. Believe it or not, that is actually more than what apples give you. This is a super fruit. It also has a very high water concentration and a low glycemic indicator. So it's a type of fruit that's not really like spiking sugars for those of us who have maybe diabetes or other, you know, if you have low blood sugars or high blood sugars, this is a fruit that is good for you. And one of the things I love most about this tree is the volume or the yield. Now, it did take about 4 years for it to set its first fruit. And this year I was expecting even more, but with that cold taking out some of the flowers, it's not getting the full amount of fruit that I am hoping for. But typically on a good year, it's going to produce between 50 and 200 pounds of fruit, depending on how large the tree is and if you have a pollinator and all the things, right? That's normal with fruit trees. But can you imagine 50 to 200 pounds of fruit? So now we got to figure out what to do with all this fruit. I could technically probably eat all of it fresh. That's how much I absolutely love these fruit trees and the fruit that they produce. But you can also make jams, you can make juices, you can make concentrates, you can make dehydrated fruit. Like it kind of reminds me of an apricot when it's dehydrated. You could make fruit roll-ups, healthy little fruit roll-ups for your family. It is an incredible fruit, and I wish more people grew it. Now for the fun part, let's talk about the giveaway. I am teaming up with Pete with greendreamsfl.com. Green Dreams is a nursery that is located right down the road from me here in Spring Hill, but they actually service the entire state of Florida as well as I think the entire country at this point. All over the US, they are shipping their trees. Now they have more stock in their actual nursery than what they offer online. So if you really want a nice tree and you absolutely love growing your own fruits and vegetables, you need to take a trip out to Spring Hill. They're on 41 and give them a little visit, because you are going to be floored floored by the amount of trees. 95% of the trees that you find in my garden here that I have talked about for all the years have come from Pete at Green Dreams. Everything from my Thai mini mulberries to my avocado to my plums to my Jaboticaba, all of them have come from Green Dreams. And that's why I thought it would be perfect to team up with Pete for this giveaway in celebration of my brand new book. We are going to be joining forces and going to be giving away a Scarlet Jaboticaba, one of the most unique fruits. It's also known as a Brazilian tree grape, and the Scarlet variety actually produces much faster than all the other varieties. My variety that I have is a red Jaboticaba that I think takes like 6 to 8 years to produce, while the Scarlet only takes 3. So you're going to be getting a tree that absolutely loves growing in a container. It handled the frost and the cold that I dealt with without any protection. And it grows kind of slow but produces quite a lot. So it's a compact plant that you can have for like 30 years and always keep it in a pot. You're going to love this guy. The fruit tastes like a grape, kind of like a thick skinned grape. Very tart, tangy, sweet, very lovely. So here's how you sign up for the giveaway. Head down to the description of this video and there will be a link. That link is going to lead you to a page that's going to ask for your name, your email, your contact information. And by logging in to that, you sign up for my email newsletter, which is going to tell you reminders and everything you ever wanted to know about growing here in Florida or in a southern region. In 2 weeks' time, that is April 1st, 2026, I will be drawing the names at random to see who our winner is for the Scarlet Jaboticaba. Once a winner is selected, the next day on the 2nd, I will be reaching out to that person to let them know that they won. You have 5 days to get back to me with your address so that I can ship the tree. And just to make sure that none of these little scams try to mess up our giveaway, I want you to be aware that you will be getting an email from my email address, which is patrina@homegrownfloridagarden.com, if you do win. And I will not ask you for anything, no money whatsoever. We're covering the shipping, we're covering the cost of the tree. You are not going to be asked anything other than where you would like this tree mailed. That is it. If anybody says that you won and they want you to pay shipping, that is not from me, guys. Look for my email address and always feel free to connect with me just to verify on my DMs and all my social media if you are getting some stuff like that. I don't want that to happen here. I don't want that to turn into this. I will do an announcement announcing who our winner is for this amazing Jaboticaba. And I just want to thank Pete at Green Dreams for offering to partner with me in celebration of my new book by giving away one of his most beautiful, wonderful trees. I hope you had fun hanging out with me today, talking all about the loquat and why you should be growing it in your garden. Happy gardening, guys.